Well, if you could read my mind, what a tale my thoughts would tell. This Stingray brings back some huge memories. Yeah, it does. I remember it was a trip to Vegas, I think that was, and something like that. Oh, we're at a car show right now, and one of the things that we're finding is that people of all ages, young and young at heart, love cars like this and cars like this. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Look at this beauty over here. I actually have a love for muscle cars. I don't know what it is. Well, maybe it's the generation I grew up in, but look at the beauty here. Sometimes you look at this and go, what does this all mean? I don't know, but just, you know, to look at it, it's such a cool thing. Well, one of the things is, as this show and shine, which there are show and shines all across Canada, especially in the summer. But one thing that you also find that people love to do, look at cars, but ride motorcycles. I had a chance to do that with a very, very special lady. Have a look at this. Oh yeah, oh look, it's got a little frog.
Authentic, reassuring, social, liberating. The folks that formed and founded the company of Eagle Rider, they live and breathe this. Looking down here, you see our young son on one of Bill's old bikes with his little foot on the kicker. I love that shot. It's just our passion, and we're combining our business experience with the passion.
The passion of motorcycles, the passion of people getting together and living out their dreams.
Yeah, exactly. It has just been overwhelming already, the folks that have returned from their trips and have said those exact words. I had one girl, she gave me a big hug and she says, it really is true, you do rent dreams. Oh, right? Definitely, it's an experience. We've had people come back. We had one young fella that is in the British Army and stationed out here and had a few days off, and he and his buddy rented bikes, and he came back and said that was the best 4 days of my life.
Isn't that something? Eh?
Yeah.
It's a slower pace. It's something I know that baby boomers just love, that slower pace, that, you know what, appreciation for life, appreciation for what you have in the moment. What do you love about being an owner of this place?
Oh, I think the tagline, "We rent dreams," is really true. We do. I've seen it already. We've only been open a month, and I've seen it already that the folks come back, they're transformed. They have huge smiles on their faces, and if they had any stress going into the ride, when they come out of it, even if they've ridden in the rain, and we had some guys ride in the snow already. They got up into the Highwood Pass and got into a little bit of snow, but they still come back with smiles on their faces, and just that knowledge that we're able to make that happen, it just, it warms my heart.
It's been great hanging out with you today.
It has been. I appreciate the opportunity.
But we're not done yet, are we?
No.
Okay.
No, we're going to loop back home.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do we have to go home?
Well, eventually.
Eventually, I guess. Bill, I love the pinstripes on this 48 Ford. Do you like this color?
Nicely done. Yes, I do.
Yeah?
And
it's kind of like a purple.
Well, it is. Purple, mauve, whatever
Mauve,
you'd like to call it.
She's a beauty, man.
This particular car is the reason I'm in the Time Travelers Car Club today.
No kidding.
Yep. I was going into the No Frills parking lot, it'd be 2 years ago, and I saw this car sitting there. Well, people don't leave their cars abandoned in the parking lot, so I waited for the guy.
Yeah.
And the fellow's name is Stu. He invited me to the club open house, and I went, joined that day,
And there you are.
Here I am, talking to you.
There you go.
On behalf of the Time Travelers.
Look at this. The Time Travelers, by the way, I love the name. The name is fantastic because this does take you back in time. I mean, it shows a Firebird, but look at this Nash over here. Man, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, you betcha. It's better than new.
Jeez, is that the appeal? Is that people want to see things that they've never seen before, or people just want to reminisce?
Never seen before, reminisce, or the older folks. I remember my grandfather had one of those.
Yeah.
Things like that. And
my gosh.
There are people you'll get talking to, oh, I have this truck that my grandfather bought and I still have it.
Yeah.
And so
Well, like
forth.
this truck. Now, this is a beauty. Do you have any idea about this GMC?
Well, I do.
And why is that?
It happens to be mine.
Get out of town. All right, let's give us a little history on this baby. Come on.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this.
Okay,
This is white walls, too.
you betcha.
Give it to us. What is it?
Back in, coming 4 years ago now, we happened to be in northern Alberta at a sister-in-law's birthday party.
Yeah.
Now, the rest of my family likes to sleep till 8 or 9 in the morning.
Not
Me,
you, though.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm up
Early bird.
and I'm going looking for things. And this is what I found.
That is insane.
Except at that time, all there was a broken open engine, a cab,
Jeez.
and a box. So it took me a couple of months to find out who owned it, but I eventually tracked him down, bought the thing.
You said this is yours.
Dragged it home. This is
You
mine.
wanted it.
Yep.
Wow.
Something to do.
Something to do. Something to keep you busy, right?
It kept me busy.
So when people come by and they see this beautiful machine here, oh, sorry, I just touched it.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
But when they see this, what are they asking you? What kind of conversations are you having?
Typically, I like the flames.
Yep.
That's the first question to arrive. Where did you get it done?
Yeah.
Things of that nature. Well, I built this whole thing in my garage.
Jeez.
The paint job was done by, well, I'm going to name myself last. My son-in-law, Jason Brown, his twin brother, Chris, and myself
Beautiful.
painted it, took it piece by piece, assembled it as just the cab and the fenders and the hood. Chris did all the airbrushing.
Yep.
Then we reassembled it, put it back together. And
You
here's
love
what
talking
got.
about this truck, don't you? You can go on. You can go on for 20
Well,
minutes about talking about this truck.
I
But
know,
here, let me
I know
ask-
every nut and bolt in
I
there.
bet you do. And when people show an interest in this piece of work, in this artwork, that must make you smile, man.
I start babbling just like
Yeah.
I'm babbling to you.
Well, one thing that I know that Bill probably enjoys as well, as much as his truck, he probably enjoys golf, like some other folks. Have a look at this. Thanks, Bill. Can we go for a ride?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, 4 is a nice hole. It's a par 5, but you girls can do it, right?
Yeah.
No
We're not
guts,
gonna
no
deal with
glory.
that. Yeah.
Convincing the Mach 50 generation that the sport of golf is dead may be a tough task. According to a recent Forbes magazine article, this narrative is both misguided and wrong. Outside of Calgary, Alberta, Apple Creek Golf Course believes that golf is alive and well.
It has the holes in it for the fingernails and the ring if you need that. Oh, that one does too.
We feel that our Monday morning senior league is very important not only for Apple Creek but also the community, so that we can provide a place for them to get together and socialize and tell stories of days past. But what we've tried to do to entice our Mach 50 crowd is we've offered discounted rates at our facility on our set senior league Monday mornings, as well as we offer a Mach 50 discount for play 7 days a week.
There are, in fact, plenty of reasons for optimism for the Mach 50 generation, from fashionable friendly outfits to easily accessible instruction to a way of linking generations.
As Apple Creek is a very walkable golf course, so it still provides the opportunity for exercise. As well, through our advertising, we've tried to hit various different media outlets, focusing on newspapers. Obviously, that demographic still likes to physically read a newspaper, but also too with online Facebook and email blast marketing. things like that. So at least we can continue to keep our message out there and reach as many possible people that would be interested in our programs.
Keying on the Mach 50 generation is an opportunity for all.
But one of the things that I hold very dear to my heart is the etiquette that's involved in the game of golf. And I think that's why the Mach 50 crowd really likes being involved in the game of golf, is because of those past traditions and histories that their generation is associated with.
Okay. Yeah.
The 55 plus category is important to car dealerships, yours especially. Why is that?
Variety of reasons. That demographic has the disposable income at a different stage of their life. So they have the disposable income to go out and acquire the sorts of things, the big ticket items that we're selling. So what we've seen, using Corvette as an example,
right.
The average age of Corvette used to be 20 to 30-year-old males. It's now 50 to 60-year-old males. And it's rare that you see the 30 and 40-year-olds coming in as much as they aspire to or like that car. I think one of the neat things about that generation is that they're still loyal, right? And you don't see, unfortunately, you don't see that sort of loyalty in the younger generations. Doesn't matter if you're talking about Gen X, doesn't matter if you're talking about millennials, or even younger than that. That brand loyalty isn't as strong as it is in the 55 plus. So I think they're important to us for a lot of reasons. We can sell them a car. They're going to come here and have a good experience. They're going to come back.
Glenn, they're also looking for programs, and you've got a few programs. I know the Show and Shine, which we're enjoying today, is probably a big one for you. Give some other examples.
We do Seniors Day on Saturdays for 55 plus, where there's a 10% discount on Saturdays. Come in on a day where it's a little bit quieter, that you don't have to get in the queue and wait quite as long. Gives us an opportunity to provide them with a positive experience and help fill a day that traditionally has been a little bit slower for us. So they like to take advantage of that little extra discount they can on the Saturdays when we have it.
So it's working for people who've been there. Yeah,
absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
You have a Corvette too, don't you?
I don't. I have a Camaro.
What the heck? Well, you're not 55 yet. A 48 Silver Streak. The labor of love that's put into these vehicles, and you truly understand about why they do it. There is such a love. It's been a show about people who have been there, who understand. Thank you very much for watching. By the way, if you have some ideas, well, send it to our show. We'll get them out there for you. Yeah, I just got to find the keys.